we met. I went crazy. She came to the psych ward to help me out of it. And yeah, definitely spent my 30th birthday in the psych ward.
Oh my God, you gotta talk about
Yeah,
that.
I remember that. I remember that happening.
Hi, baby. 4 years. 4 years. She said, she gave me these. She's like, 4 years you were crazy. You've been crazy for me 4 years. It's a Zoom call. You can come out if you want to let them see you in a towel.
I'm in the towel.
Rrr.
Nah, I'm good. I'll wear this one.
So the long story short of it is, if you are sitting in your car and you're listening to the radio and you think the radio, honest to God, is trying to give you messages, you should tell one person you trust and follow their advice towards seeing a professional. Because I told a few people something was going on in the world, and they gave me good advice, but it was all different advice, and I kept ping-ponging, and then next thing you know, I was on an airplane, and I thought, honest to God, we were all going to die on the airplane because of my sins. And then I kind of woke up wearing a paper gown, and then they said, Chris, you're bipolar schizophrenic. You have to take these pills. And I was like, ugh. And literally, I thought, like, even while I was in the hospital, like, there were snipers going to kill me.
Yeah.
And yeah, sweet wife. She kept visiting me, or girlfriend at the time. And then they let me out a week later. Like, literally, my dad snuck in a deck of playing cards for my birthday. We weren't allowed to have cake because a lot of people had different health issues. Like, some people had low sodium, whatever, high blood pressure. But he couldn't sneak in a cake, but he got me a deck of cards. And that made me feel a lot better. Like, me having a deck of cards and doing magic for people who are also in a bad emotional place, and them being like, what the hell? And like, literally, when someone's also like paranoid and they punch you because of your card trick, I felt really good about that. And they let me out a few days later, and they gave me lithium, which, if you know anything about anti-schizophrenic pills or antipsychotics,
That's the strongest shit.
That's the strongest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had that for a while, and the only hiccup there was they said you can't drink alcohol with lithium. And so I told my comedian friends, and they're like, sounds like you're a real comedian now, because all of us have had that.
Wow.
The funny people look at the world just a little bit different, you know?
Do you think that you think working too much might have
Yeah.
been
I mean, part
possible?
of it was my mom had passed away. My mom died day before Halloween, and she had cancer, and I didn't take any time off. And I prayed when she got sick that she wouldn't suffer. And she prayed I wouldn't like miss my job, my gigs, because I love performing. And I literally remember the prayer. It was like I was at the airport. She's like, don't come home. I have cancer. I want you to focus, do your shows. And I was like, God, if you make my mom suffer, I'm not going to forgive you. It's probably not how you're supposed to talk to like your creator, but that's how I did. And I think after all the working and every morning when she did pass, like, I couldn't sleep after a certain point. And I was awake for like a couple days. And just that, not sleeping for a few days, I thought every airplane was gonna Donnie Darko me and like let something drop on me and I would die, and it would prevent other people from dying. And then I was on the airplane and I was like, this airplane's gonna crash because of me. They pulled out the pilot, and the pilot's like, and he's like, I've seen it all before. He's fine. And yeah. So the moral of the story is drink your water, don't mix your drugs, and get your rest.